welcome to the little program here for a Week 12 Sunday action. My best bets, including a teaser, my favorite spread, my favorite prop, and my favorite total. Before we get into it, though, is it really necessary for everyone out there in the world of social media to be posting pictures of their Thanksgiving dinners? You know, I think we've all had a turkey dinner here before, guys. We don't need to see a picture of yours. I know I sound like an asshole, but it's just really not necessary. Anyways, let's get right into the action, starting off like we always do. My 6-point teaser for the week, I will pair the New England Patriots, get them down to -0.5 point, and pair them with the Minnesota Vikings all the way up to +9. So basic teaser strategy. You guys know the drill. We are crossing key numbers for each of these teams. Take a look at New England. They are a league best 10-1 when teased by 6 points here this season, and they are absolutely peaking right now. You could make an argument that over the last month of the season, the Patriots are the best team in the NFL. 5 straight wins, 4 of which have come by 41 points, 18 points, 38 points, and 25 points. They're blowing teams out of the water here. They are first in net yards per play at home. The Tennessee Titans 27th in net yards per play on the road. Not very good. And the Titans are extremely beat up right now. Take a look at their depth chart. A lot of Q's and O's on that team. I don't think that they are as good as their record would indicate. So I like the Patriots to at least pick up an outright win there. Then we take a look at the 49ers versus the Vikings here. And I'm going to take the Vikings up to +9. And Minnesota's in every single game that they play in. They have 5 losses this season. They've come by 3 points, 4 points, 7 points, 1 point, and 3 points. They still haven't lost by more than a touchdown here this season. I think that they're better than their 5-5 record indicates. The 49ers, meanwhile, this team is extremely inconsistent. They cannot be trusted. They've lost outright as a favorite 4 times already this season. And outside of the game versus the Rams a couple of weeks ago, they still haven't looked good versus a good opponent. So give me Patriots and Vikings on a 6-point teaser. Next up, my favorite spread bet of the week. We're going to take Tampa Tom and the Buccaneers -3 versus the Colts. And oh my God, Jonathan Taylor rushing for 5 touchdowns. Get this guy on the cover of Wheaties. Get this guy in a State Farm commercial. My God. So he's been pretty good, and the Colts have been relying on him a lot, but I don't think they're going to be able to rely on him as much in this game. Tampa Bay is second in yards allowed per rush, first in total rushing yards allowed. The Colts run the ball a lot, the 8th highest percentage in all of the NFL, the 3rd highest over the last 3 games. So they're not going to be able to lean on the run as much, which means there's going to be a lot of pressure on Carson Wentz, and different types of pressure. Primarily, the Colts allow a lot of pressure, the 27th highest pressure percentage allowed to their quarterback, and that's not good versus a Bucs team that is forcing the 3rd highest pressure with the 4th most sacks. Tampa Bay allowing the fewest pressure to Tom Brady, by the way. And take a look at the 2 defenses here. It's not really close. Big edge here for Tampa Bay. Yards per play allowed 4th versus 23rd in favor of Tampa Bay. So give me Tampa -3. Next up, my favorite total of the week. It is Steelers. It is Bengals in Cincinnati. It's supposed to be a beautiful day in Cincinnati on Sunday, by the way. I don't know if you've ever been to Cincinnati. I had my heart broken there. When I was a much younger man, I was on the wrong end of a failed proposal at a Reds Pirates game. Didn't go very well. But anyways, total, this one's at 45. Boom, I'm going to take the over for this game. And hey, these 2 defenses aren't good. You might think that the Steelers defense is good for some reason based on what they've done the past couple seasons, but that is not the case this year. We look at yards per play allowed, 24th for the Steelers versus 19th for the Bengals. The last 3 games, each of these defenses is really struggling. 31st and 30th over the last 3 games, not very good. Pittsburgh cannot stop the run. They are tied for last in the NFL in yards allowed per rush. We're going to get to that in a second here. Big chunk plays in Bengals games. I always look at this when I'm handicapping totals. Do we see big plays in the games for these teams here? And that's absolutely the case for Cincinnati here. They lead the NFL in passing plays of 40+ yards. However, on the defensive end of things, they're allowing the 4th most passing plays of plenty of 20+ yards. So this matches up pretty good for Ben Hamburger, the guy everyone wants to shit on and throw under the bus. Let's give this guy a little bit of respect. He's been half decent here over the last 5 games, 9 touchdown passes to 0 interceptions, and he's going up against a Bengals defense that forces the 3rd lowest pressure in the NFL. So I think Roethlisberger could have a good game here. And take a look at the Bengals games here recently. Their last 5 games have seen an average combined score of 54 points. At least one of the teams in these games has scored 31 or more points. So I would be willing to say it's pretty damn close to a lock. If one of these teams scores 31 points, that this will go over the total of 45. So for my favorite prop of the week, we're going to stay right in this game and take Joe Mixon to go over 71.5 rushing yards. As I said, Pittsburgh is getting absolutely killed on the ground here. They are tied for last in yards allowed per rush attempt. He faced them back in week 3. He easily went over this. He had 90 rushing yards off 18 carries, including a season-long rush of 27 yards. Don't be surprised to see him break a big one or two. Pittsburgh has allowed 12 rushing plays of 20-plus yards this season, which is the most in the National Football League, and not a whole lot of competition for carries there in the Bengals backfield for Mixon. He has 142 more carries than the next closest guy, so I like Mixon to go over that 71.5 rushing yards. So there you have it, my best bets of the week. Guys, if you're going out for Black Friday shopping, try to avoid those stampedes, right? But if it comes down to it, you must defend yourself at all costs. Do not take any guff from your fellow shoppers out there, but show a little bit of respect to those customer service workers, right? So good luck with your bets this weekend, unless you are fading me. And as always, keep chasing that paper. Woo!
Everybody wanna party.